plata o plomo.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video here at Full Blown Performance. I just want to bring you guys out here just to admire the fastest, the sexiest, and the best Hellcat Durango in California. You see it right there, you know, not to toot my own horn, but then we got Alex's Charger here just sitting sexy right there on the drag pack and everything with the custom caliper paint and whatnot. But anyways, so we got some cars that we're getting out today. So this is the Hellcat that is getting the 2 fuel pumps. We already installed those, the primary and secondary. Customer wants to hold off on the suspension work right now. So what we found in the suspension is that the cradle is not for this vehicle, as well as the control arms. It's missing all the bolts. The bolts that are on there are not the original bolts. So there's like a lot of play in the suspension. So we advise the customer that's very, very important. I mean, that's kind of a life and death situation, but he's gonna hold off on that right now. Right next to it, we have Camaro. So this one got a new transmission. We swapped over the valve bodies, put the transmission in. We test drove it, obviously filled up the fluid, and it's driving fine. So he's gonna come pick that up today, and then we're working on his Jeep inside right now. This one is the one. Did you get videos of this, Abel, when we put the Whipple? Yeah, right. I think Gonyo was putting the Whipple on, Carlos. So the Whipple's on. We have this ready for tuning, but this is a customer that got the differential, the billet differential, aluminum differential. So we had to send the body control module out along with the DTCM, which is the drivetrain control module that controls the transfer case. Basically to distribute the power between the rear and the front, right? So in track mode, it's like 90% power to the rear, 10% to the front. So we sent that out to get that program because the billet differential doesn't have the limited slip motor on it. So that gets eliminated. So we sent that out. We're waiting for that to come in. Just wanted to give you guys an update on that hawk. This, we're still waiting on customers to see what we want to do with the supercharger. This is a Camaro that came in for the Whipple. We had Juan yesterday take out the TCM, so we sent that to HB Tuners to get unlocked. So when we do the Whipple, we could go ahead and tune the transmission. A customer also wanted to do the drag pack, so they're doing the Weld Lagunas. So we have that on order as well. And then we have this Hellcat Durango that just got dropped off. This one is getting the service active dampening system ever since he installed the lowering springs. So it's here for diagnostics. That sounds like it's going to be an issue with one of the shocks. Either when they install the springs, maybe one of the sensor wires is crushed, or it's making contact with something, causing it to short out, causing it to say service active dampening. So we're gonna check that out. Probably put it on one of the hoists when they're done. Remove the wheels.
I do want to say when they took it to the dealer, they said that it was too low for them to work on.
Yeah.
So, like that.
So they did say that. Obviously the dealer, because it's still under warranty, so I think he tried taking it under warranty. The dealer's gonna try to do that. They're trying not gonna pay whatever. That's why. I mean, there's customers that come and say, hey, the dealer told me to actually take it to you guys. Just because the dealers like that, I don't know, whatever. But if you're taking it to the dealer, I don't know why you should bring it here. And then we have that Hellcat Durango that we did spark plugs on. We're waiting on the catch can to come in, and then we're waiting to tune it. Like I said, there's no tuning available this week. And then we just got this Hellcat. Hellcat in is built by another shop. So they brought it to us for diagnostics. They state that the vehicle has been sitting for a long time, and obviously you could tell it's been sitting. So we're gonna go ahead and check it out. Steven's gonna check it out. He's gonna let us know what we need. We're gonna call the customer, let them know, and go from there and just get them right. Make sure that they're 100% good. We have Ben working on Kamal, so Kamal just unfortunately hasn't had good luck with this. So we think when he locked up the blower, the Whipple supercharger that I showed you guys in a couple videos back, just all that metal debris ended up getting into the motor. So when we had put the stock supercharger on there so we could get him up and running while we send that Whipple out, the motor started knocking. So unfortunately, it does seem like debris did get in there, but he's authorized a new motor, so that's what we're gonna do for him. We have Ben removing this one, taking this one out, and then we're gonna drop in the new motor in for him. And then we have Melvin working on the Elephant, which is basically ready to go. We got him the belt already. He has all the fuel system ran. Just need to put the intake, but everything else is already done with it. So pretty good. It's gonna be exciting to see this on and out. And it's been some time, you know. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it that we got going on today. So I think for Alan Lee, he was gonna get one of the 2650s that just Kong came out with, I believe. And yeah, so we have some IGLAs also that we did today. I think I have another IGLA coming in, and then I just ordered some more IGLAs because I'm out of stock. I'm running out of stock. I'm only down to 2, and I have like 3 coming in tomorrow. So for sure I should be getting some more IGLAs tomorrow. And yeah, and then actually we're gonna test drive this one right now. We'll get that on the video. I'm gonna put another revision in there. So I had put a tune in it, but we're still missing, I think, on 2, 6, and 7. And it ended up being coil packs, or some cylinders was a coil pack and the other cylinder was like a injector. So we're gonna get that out of here so the customer could pick up, and then make some more room. And then if we have time, we'll probably put a revision in my truck because I have some surging going on, and I've been lagging it to put a revision in. And then, huh? I know there's no dyno. I'd be down to put it on the dyno and see what it makes. I truly don't know what it makes. We never put it on the dyno, do a full pull like that. When it was on the dyno, my Durango actually was spinning the belt. So, and that day we didn't have the belt, so we just put the belt and then we did a street pass and everything looked good in the log, so we just didn't put it on the dyno again. So, I don't know. Let's see. If it's slow, we'll go ahead and do it just for the content. All right, guys, so we got this charger here that just got dropped off for the IGLA anti-theft system. So we have Carlos here had already installed it. So we're gonna go ahead and call the customer, let him know it's ready. We got Steven working on this Daytona, this vehicle built by another shop. We noticed that on a 285 upper with a 10% lower, it's only on 1,000cc injectors on E85, which is maxing out the injector. It should be on 1200s. So we let the customer know that. We also recommended spark plugs, oil change, just basically all the maintenance, differential, fluid swap, radiator fluid flush. So we have Steven doing that. And then customer also wanted a quote on the Whipple supercharger. So we provided that quote to him, and he's authorized the quote. So we have ordered the supercharger for him, but he'll pick up the vehicle in the meantime and wait for that supercharger to come in. And then we have Melvin working on the red eye Elephant. So I think he just put gas in it, he's gonna turn it on. And then we have Durango checking some things out with the trans. We have Ben already pulled the motor out for Kamal. So this is out. He's gonna go ahead and start working on the new engine. Put the gaskets, the lifters, the cam, drop it in. And then we have Edgar doing the AAD suspension kit for this Challenger. So this Challenger is going to be getting the rear control arms, upper control arms. It's also going to be getting a 15-inch conversion. He's getting the drive shaft. He's going to get the cradle bushings that we have over there from BMR. He's going to be getting the axles. And then there's some other components he's going to be getting. But yeah, so this is going to be one of the steps he needs to take to be able to put the power down at the track. You know, so we have Edgar doing that, and then we have some diagnostics that we need to take place on a Hellcat Durango. It's having a service active dampening system. So we're gonna go ahead and put a scanner to it, see what shock or strut is not communicating or throwing that code. It is on lowering springs, so like I said, it could be an issue where when they installed the lowering springs, they pinched the cable or there's something wrong there. So we'll go ahead and check that out and then go from there. But yeah, so we'll get a video right now of Melvin getting the elephant on, and then yeah, we'll see how it sounds. All right, guys, so he's priming it. So remember, like I said, brake pedal, gas pedal to get the lifter to charge everything up. Do that like 3 times, and then he'll go ahead and turn it on. So we'll go ahead and see. Yeah. Ready? Alright guys, so we're doing a little maintenance on the Durango, doing the oil change. I had to check the transmission fluid because we're having an issue on the shifts for the transmission. So on the log, it's kind of showing it's either the transmission slipping or we're low on fluid, but fluid is fine. So I'm gonna log it again and I'm gonna see what's going on. And see, maybe, I don't know, transmission was just acting up last night. I'm not sure, but we'll get it right. Just gonna put the new oil in here. We're using Royal Purple 1040, the high performance street. That's the oil we do for our built motor. So, but pretty much it. Just a fun fact, we recommend oil changes to be done every 3,500 miles. Don't wait till it says 1% like some people I know. I'm not gonna name, but yeah, there's some people that wait till it says change oil or whatever it says on the screen. But you know, it is what it is. Anyways, we'll catch up the video right now with Steven. See how he's doing on that Hellcat. Probably transmission's doing that. All right. So we're here with Mr. Steven. Mr. Steven, what do we got going on? So I know we're doing pads and rotors, rear, front. We're doing the supercharger belt.
Brake flush.
Doing brake flush. Radiator flush.
Air filter, cabin air filter. Spark plugs. Oh, and thermostat.
Thermostat.
Right, too.
So I think all we need right now, what is this filter, the engine filter, and then spark plugs?
And the brake fluid.
Brake fluid. Oh, and differential fluid. Or you did that already? You did that? All right.
Knocked everything else out. Right now, I'm just, since it came in dirty, it came in with like rat shit and all that, dry coolant. So I fucking gave it a nice clean up so it could look like we did something was done to the car.
Yep, exactly.
A nice little clean look.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, so it's ready to go, and then we have this charger ready. I gotta call the customer actually. Forgot about that. All right, perfect. And then we just sent Carlos out to Texas because Escobar was out there leading the Demons Racing. On his first pass, he actually did a wheelie, and when he came down, the oil pan smacked the ground, so it bursted open. All the oil came out. So we sent Abel to go get the oil pan gasket, and then we have that here. And we just sent Carlos out with those parts, and we flew him out to Texas. So he should be getting there around 11 o'clock at night, Texas time, and it's 8 o'clock our time. And then tomorrow morning he'll get right on it, change out the oil pan, and then we'll get Escobar back up and running to show Texas what's up. What's going on, guys? So we are having Juan check out this Durango. We have 2 Durangos that look the same, but this one is the one that's having the active dampening system service message. So according to the customer, he put lowering springs on, and then he got the message. He took it to the dealer, and the dealer told him it was because of the lowering springs, which is not true. Lowering springs would not cause that unless they're not installed correctly or they are pinching on one of the lines for the shock strut. I have lowering springs on mine. I've never had that message. I know there's other Durangos that have lowering springs, Trackhawks. So like I said, we had Juan take a look at it, and we have no communication with the rear struts. So I let the customer know that he claims that the dealer had replaced them already, but they don't look like they've been replaced. So I'm letting him know we could go ahead and replace them, but if he knows that the dealer replaced them, then we're gonna have a further issue, maybe with the body control module or the PCM, because there's no communication at all with the scanner. We don't see any value changing from track to snow to auto to sport. There's no communication at all. That's why we're getting that message. The fronts, they are, but the rear, they're not. So we're just waiting for the customer to let us know what he wants to do, and we'll go from there. But yeah, and then customer's supposed to pick this up today. We've been waiting on him to pick that up. And then we got the spark plugs finally for this one. We're doing the Brisk racing spark plug. It's just a much colder plug, you know, obviously because the vehicle is tuned. So that's the plug we like to use on these cars. So, and then we have Edgar doing the suspension work. We're gonna get a close-up of the suspension work being done. And we just got the axles in. So this is the AAD control arms. We also did the BMR cradle bushings. So this is gonna hook. This is gonna hook. And then we're waiting on the 15-inch conversion, and then control arms. And then we just got the axles. Got a couple parts that came in for these vehicles. These are the axles for that Challenger. So we're gonna have Steven go ahead and put all this into our inventory, so it's not just up here. You know, so it looks like a little Christmas here. And then these are the spark plugs that are being taken out of the vehicle. So it looks like this thing was running lean a little bit. But the Brisk Racing, we have Juan putting them in already. So, but yeah, let's see what else we got going on over here. It hasn't been too busy. Like I said, there's no tuning available, so that's why you don't see the lot full. We got cars in there, but we also have Chito that dropped off. He's having an issue where when he goes wide open throttle, it's like bogging out. So the last time that happened was like already like 8-9 months ago, and when we pulled the plugs, but they weren't Brisk Racing spark plugs. They were like regular plugs. I don't know who installed it for him. But one of the plugs was had torched the piston. It was basically like broken. There was no issues to the piston though, so he saved himself there. But now he's saying he has that issue. So we're gonna pull the plugs out and see what's going on. But yeah, Chito, stock blower king, Trackhawk, no nitrous needed. Who's calling me? But yeah, so we're gonna pull the plugs out. We'll see what we find there. If not, then it's gonna be maybe an issue with the tune, which shouldn't be, because I mean it wasn't doing that before. So it's gonna be most likely 99% something mechanical. But we'll go ahead and check that out. And we got a lot of cars waiting on parts. So we also have that Ram. I haven't talked much about this Ram. This Ram is getting the swap. So it's gonna be like a little TRX. So we have the fuel system in. Edgar's gonna actually run the lines already. But yeah, I'm excited to see how that looks and see that on the dyno.